I'm Jane Ronan. I'm the Assistant Head and Inclusion Lead here at Our Lady of Muswell Primary School. Part of my role is to ensure that everything we are doing is including all children with all needs. We've got language difficulties across the school. We found in our pupil progress meetings that some of our Key Stage 2 children, teachers were reporting that they're not able to write in full sentences. That led us to the question, why aren't they writing in full sentences? Can they speak in full sentences? We found that there was a pattern in some of our Key Stage 2 children with what appeared to be literacy or English needs, but actually when you dug a bit deeper, they were language needs. And some of these children who are coming in with the communication needs aren't triggering those, so we need to be putting something in place. So that was a challenge for us. So NELI really was a solution to that challenge for us.
My name's Louise Hock and I'm a teaching assistant at Our Lady of Muswell Primary School and I deliver the NELI intervention.
Do you only have to look at me?
No.
No?
Even your grown-ups and everybody talks.
I like the fact that there's 3 group sessions in the week. So that's a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and then on a Tuesday and a Thursday I do an individual session with each child. And I find the individual sessions are the best because it consolidates what we've done in the group session. So if a child has had a problem or struggle with certain vocab words, I've noticed that and I can pick it up and work with them individually and focus more in on that with them.
Do you know what a baby cow is called?
A duckling.
Ooh, that's a good word, but not a duckling.
Duck.
What's a baby cow called? Anybody know?
Moo.
It does say moo. Well done.
Moo.
Baby cow is called a calf. Can you say that?
Calf.
Calf.
We had a farmyard scene and they had 4 different animals and they had to tell me what the animal was, what the young was called. Then they had to decide where on the farm that animal would live. Then we added the family to it because that was some of the words from our previous session. So that's where it's nice, where it all links in together and that we revisit what we've done previously and then add it to the session that we do.
Look at these words now. We'll go through these again. So what's this one?
Chick.
Chick.
Lamb.
Lamb.
My name is Lorraine Hock and I am the Early Years Leader and Class Teacher at Our Lady of Muswell Primary School. I work with my twin sister, who is the nursery nurse in the class.
Full.
Full.
Well done. Fantastic.
I've noticed huge language improvements from the children taking part in the NELI group. One child in particular, I was worried that maybe wouldn't have made GLD, the good level of development, by the end of the reception year, due to language, due to speaking, and that underpins everything for, that's the foundation. But from being in the NELI group, this child now can hold a conversation with us, talks about things that she's done in the holiday or on the weekends. So I'm not worried now and she's made huge progress.
Lake.
A lake or a pond. Yeah. What do you think this could be here? Ted's watching, because remember, Ted's going to choose the best listener at the end.
When I call the children to come and do the group, they'll always be, where's Ted? Can we bring Ted? They always want to carry him down. For the individual sessions as well, they'd be like, oh, have we got Ted? Rather than me saying, oh, can we do this today? It's Ted wants you to do it. So it's not just for me, it's for somebody else. They love it. It's those individual sessions that I would say has made a huge impact. It's one thing, isn't it, with interventions that we've done in the past is, okay, the children are going out and having an intervention group and then they go back to class and what's really done with it? So I think having those individual sessions where those misconceptions can be picked up has been the difference really between NELI and another speech and language group really, so we love it here.
It's a path. Yes, you might want to walk along the path in the farm.
I like why.
What's this here?
Grass.
Grass. You might say
And
a
grass.
field. There's more grass here. That's right. And what's
Grass.
this here then?
The fence.
We have our 3 groups in a week and we have our 2 individual sessions, but what has happened is that has gone back into the classroom. So we now have whole class settings where the children are all exposed to elements of what the NELI is providing for the small groups.
We use the children in the NELI group as experts, if you like, and that's building their confidence.
Now, let's see if you remember our words from our last session. Food, you have to write it and chew it.
Drink. You drink water.
You do drink it.
Orange juice.
Orange juice, well done.
So from being in the NELI group, that shy, quiet child now helps become that expert in teaching the other children in the class, playing those games that she's already had the experience of.
Feed.
Who's feeding the baby?
The mom or dad.
Or dad. Why do you think the mum or dad are feeding the baby?
Because the baby
Hold a minute, let her speak, later.
Because the baby can't pick the spoon up.
We know that it's coming from a research-led piece of work, which is what we do here at school. We'll always work with research-led interventions. Other members of the SLT team are now very enthusiastic about anything to do with speech, language and communication needs and how we can bridge gaps. They have seen firsthand at what a well thought out, well planned, well delivered intervention can bring and the changes it can make.
Who do you think might be the youngest, Linda? This one. Why do we think this one might be the youngest?
Because she's little.
Because she's little. Who do you think might be the oldest person?
The man.
Well done. Okay, so we looked at our words from
And
our
the
last
other
session.
one's the men. 2 men and a mum.
Yes. Should we put that back on the farm then? Fantastic.
One thing that we've all been talking about here is, sitting in, say, pupil progress meetings, talking about children and further up the school and why they're not achieving. And most of it is coming back to the speech and language.
It was time to go home. So off he went. He had had a lovely day at the farm.
No, he forgot to see the chicken.
Oh, he did, didn't he? And who
No,
else? The chick and the
He could be in the
the
water.
hen. Well done.
So if we can get it right in the early years, then hopefully that we'll see the improvement further on in the school.